Right ahead of the Millrose Games, we are here with Danielle Williams, world champion. Just, how does it feel to be back? I know you were telling us earlier, like, Ray's your agent, he invited you, and you're like, why not? So, what are you looking forward to be competing here at Millrose?
The environment, for sure. I mean, it's like Kristen said, it's an intimate environment. When you're indoors, it's an enclosed environment. You can hear everything, you see everything, and the crowd just seems much louder and more personal. And so I'm looking forward to that. The atmosphere is very excited. I've heard it's very exciting racing in the Millrose. I mean, it's heritage at this point, historical. And so, I'm looking forward to a good competition to run fast. Every time I step on the track, the 100-meter hurdlers, I expect to run fast because they're running really fast all the time.
Yes, and I feel like with the hurdles, it's such a dominant event. Like, I feel like there hasn't been one consistent person year after year. So I feel like it's anyone's game. So as we move into the Olympic year, just kind of what are you focusing on to make sure, like, hey, I am Danielle Williams and I'm getting this gold medal this year in Paris?
We're just working on our speed and our technique. We're trying to do better than we did last year. Every year that's the focus. We're going to do better than we did last year. And so we just want to be consistent in everything that we do. Race well consistently. Just know that, we're just going to show up and we're going to run to the best of our ability every single time. No matter who's in the race, because it's hurdles. It's wide open. And anybody can win on any given day. And you just not want on that day to be our day.
I like to think of, like, throughout the season, you probably feel this way too, there's like stepping stones. There's, at each point of the season, there's something that you're working on, you're sharpening, because once you get to trials and Olympics, like, that's when everything's supposed to be put together. So just knowing where you are right now, going into the weekend, where are you on that stepping stone? What are you focusing on going into this meet?
I feel like if it's like a 10-step ladder, we are probably on the 3rd step.
Okay.
So we are far from where we need to be, but we are where we need to be at this point. Training has been going really well. I feel like I'm ahead of all of where I was at this point last year, and so if I'm ahead now, so it's good it's a good outlook for where we're looking to go. And so we're just staying in the moment, appreciating where we are, trying not to get ahead of ourselves. It's easy to get ahead of ourselves when you see everybody racing and they're running fast, and you're like, whoa. And just remember that everybody's at a different place. They have different objectives than what we have. We are training for the Olympics and the Jamaican trials. And so even if we're not up there with everybody at this point, our focus is in July. So just keep working hard, keep staying focused, keep showing up every single day and working on what we need to work on, and it will pay off.
Being a world champion going into just this Olympic year, do you feel like you have a bigger target on your back? Just knowing that, like, the most recent championships, you were the gold medalist, and now it's an Olympic year.
So how I do things.
Yes.
I don't know
how do you do it?
How I do things. So what happened last year is last year. This is a brand new slate. So I'm not world champion this year. This is an Olympic year.
Right.
I'm not Olympic champion, so I've never even been at the Olympics. So it's a brand new slate for me. And so what happened last year is last year. So now the target is on everybody's back, because everybody's just going for the same thing. And so last year has no bearing on this year for me.
I love that. Well, Danielle, thank you so much for your time, and we're wishing you all the best
Thank you so much.
for Millrose and the rest of the season to come.
Thank you so much.